Yeah, and still very much not a fun matchup for Mollo.
Yeah.
I've played it. I've seen a lot of them talking about it. I mean, Sylv is just so good at getting rid of bombs and using them against Mollo, and has
Yep.
the range to really keep him out. So,
Yeah.
I think this pick makes a lot of sense from Farbanti.
And anyone that's able to edge guard Mollo as well is kind of that bug's worst nightmare.
Yeah, exactly. This is another one of those matchups similar to Palm, where having that huge forward area is really a boon when it comes to the edge guarding. And I love the jab check and then just running off the platform from Fatty Jabbers. So fully expecting a player of Farbanti's caliber to be ready for that and just getting out of the way. But F smash into finisher bomb, taking off fast stock, 30 seconds in. And that's a quick lead for Fatty Jabbers.
Ooh, okay. We're also seeing the new change to Mollo that I guess was a bug fix. I always thought it was just a design choice that Flashbang had reverse DI on grounded hit only. Now it's reverse DI on all hits, airborne or
Yeah,
grounded.
I never knew. I was just like, I don't know, he's a weird character. Maybe that's on purpose.
Yeah,
But,
I thought it was on purpose, and then it turns out no, it was a bug to not have it like that in the air. I'm like, okay, well, at least it's consistent.
Yeah, well now it makes some sense.
Yeah.
So Farbanti finding that parry F smash, but definitely looking at a bit of a deficit and cornered himself a little bit off stage, which is Mollo's one of those tough characters where the default I think for a lot of players is to run to the platform or run to the edge to avoid invulnerability when someone respawns. And then with Mollo, it's like you've done that and now you're cornered against someone with 3 bombs out. Right. So we saw Fatty Jabbers taking advantage of that. But good damage here. And yeah, Farbanti getting clipped by some wonky setups. We saw Fatty Jabbers there ready for the up strong, did not finish killing, then caught him with an F strong, and then just immediately caught him with the cherry bomb. So really good coverage there, just being aware of like which of his characters' hitboxes are gonna work and which won't.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's always kind of a gamble with Mollo. You have no idea which one of your hitboxes are actually going to work.
Exactly. So, they're used to it. They obviously know that, sometimes their character does some wacky things, but love to see the coverage regardless. And speaking of coverage right now, there is nowhere to go for Farbanti. It just feels like he's been getting overwhelmed with this stock. And that back is not quite going to do it, but at some point, I mean, he's going to have to up B. No, I take it back. That was actually a phenomenal recovery. But
yeah, I hadn't realized he had already saved his double jump.
I thought he used it to get to the wall, yeah.
Oh my god.
And the classic, you're so focused on getting ready to recover, and then, oops, they did down B with the cherry bomb, and now you're dead.
Yeah.
There's just so many things to think about when you see Mollo on the stage.
Especially just because, like, so far Fatty Jabbers have been doing a lot of, like, go forward and then fade back with bat, so the bomb would still explode at the bat tip. Yep. But that last one, just mixing it up finally and saying, like, no, I'm going to still have some forward momentum and just do the bomb rocket or whatever. I forget what the tech is technically called. I just call it baseball. Like,
yeah.
Launch the cherry and then take the stock from that.
All right, and we're going to see the Arizona Classic here. We're going to see S2A for Game 2, but still sticking with the self, which I think makes sense. It's, I think, really just a question of who can control the neutral, because Game 1 we saw a lot of Farbanti being stuck in the corner, stuck on platforms, and that's really where you don't want to be against Mollo. You don't want to give him time to set up all of his tricks. So if he can hold this center stage, I think he'll be in a much better position this game too. We're also seeing a lot. I don't know if these are misinputs or if it was kind of an attempted B stash, but we're seeing a lot of the short hop side Bs coming out from Farbanti, which is an interesting approach. I mean, it can be really good if you're going to do it off of flower or bomb, but it looks like he's just been getting called out for it so far by Fatty Jabbers, so got to be careful of that, whether it's going to lead to a potential parry opening.
Right. Oh my god, that is putting in so much work this match.
Yeah, just, seeing Farbanti coming in with all these recoveries above the ledge and not really, threatening Burrow at all, and just calling him out with the bat. Yep, and see, that's the, Sylva's great at hitting below the ledge, but at some point you do need to figure out how to actually get the kill. The edge guard isn't always quite that simple, and a beautiful pickup there by Fatty Jabbers.
God.
just immediately, taking it for it. And you see Farbanti here, taking a second on that platform, thinking about like, what needs to happen for me to win this. And I mean, the first step is you got to take this stock. And Fatty Jabbers has been so difficult to kill. We see there an invincible ledge dash, making it even harder. Sylva's packing on a lot of damage, but eventually you just need a stray hit like that. And, if anything, I mean, you can a 0 to death here is not out of the question to bring Farbanti back into this game with his punish game and what Sylv can do. But Fatty Jabbers has been playing so carefully around all the things that typically would lead to that. Hasn't been getting hit by the jab or any of those kind of common starters.
Yeah, I mean he's also like oftentimes just retreating to those top platforms to avoid just kind of that blender that Sylv can set up on the ground.
Yeah.
And then otherwise just knowing, well, you have to chase me with an up air, so long as I can be prepared for that, it's going to be really hard for Farbanti to actually get something started. And is this going to be... Okay, he's just, keep trying for bat. It'll work.
But, amazing DI there. Basically out of the camera frame and just holding full sideways there to avoid dying to that Sylv up there. And just back in the advantage here. And one of these cherry bombs will eventually do it. I mean, this is such a tough position for Farbanti, and eventually we saw him close it out. So Fatty Jab was making what I believe is a minor upset. That's going to be a 5 seed over a 4 seed to move on to the qualifier to make it out of this pool.
Yeah, good stuff to Fatty Jabbers. That was really just good coverage on pretty much all of Farbanti's options to try and get back to stage.